4 years. 4
You had 4 years to think about what you was going to do, EA. 4 fucking years. 4 years to think, to plan, to develop, and to structure the last World Cup mode that you're going to have. And what you've given us is barely even the bare fucking minimum. Okay? I'm sorry. I can't pretend that this is good enough. I'm sorry. Okay? Maybe you could be like, yeah, but like, it's got the menus and it's got the licensing and yeah, it's fine. No. We've gone from this. This beautiful game with all like exclusive game modes that you only find in this game. We've gone from this fucking standalone game with capturing a country, with story qualifying, with scenario mode, with customizational fucking World Cup qualifying, and also the actual event that you could take any of the nations across the entire world, all 255 nations, the Virgin Islands, UK Virgin Islands, San Marino, Liechtenstein, okay, Cook Islands, anything. You can take any team, Djibouti, and take them into the World Cup, because why the fuck not? Who wouldn't want to do that? Maybe if you've got, some respect for your time, but if you don't, try and take Djibouti into the World Cup like Cutsy did, years ago. This is what we had, a standalone game. Alongside this game, we also had the World Cup game mode on FUT. That we had this standalone game alongside a World Cup game mode on FUT, exclusive away from the actual Ultimate Team, so it's kind of separated, so you can have that own kind of creative experience of building a team, opening packs, and only using players that you can get from those packs, which gives it that kind of unique experience that everyone enjoyed. And then we went from 2014 to 2018. Now this is no longer part of the story, that you now only have just the 2018 World Cup game mode FUT, and also only a World Cup kind of experience that you can only use other teams outside of the World Cup that's already licensed by EA. So you can go and take like Ireland into the World Cup for example, but not them. So the San Marinos and the Djiboutis and the UK Virgin Islands is no longer a thing, which it sucked, I can't lie. But you can't just deal with what you already had. You had the World Cup game mode, you had the FUT mode as well, standalone game mode, which is exciting, with a couple of cute things here and there, but oh no, you kind of still got that World Cup experience, nowhere near as much content as you used to, but at least it's something, right? And then, we've now gone 4 years into the future, where typically when you go into the future, as with anything last couple of years, you progress, you get better. The iPhone back in 2014 was dog shit in comparison to the iPhone now. Televisions and TVs back in 2014 is worse in comparison to TVs now. Technology advances and progresses. Football advances and progresses. But for some reason, when it comes to EA Sports, it does the complete opposite. It gets worse over time. You get less things over time. Yeah, like, I don't get it. You're a multi-billion-dollar company. I don't care about nation customization titles. I don't care about a little brand new exclusive kit that you can get on Ultimate Team. Look at this England, Germany fucking kit thing. I don't care. I want to play a World Cup game mode that I can have a story qualifying, that I can go and take any team in the world and take them to World Cup glory, like what we're used to back in 2010. Even 2006, we were able to do this. Now, what have we got? We've got kickoff mode. We're having some promos in FUT with 0 standalone game mode. It is no longer a thing. It's just not. You just get some World Cup swaps and maybe some World Cup heroes. Okay. There's no other game modes other than just the initial World Cup, with then you can maybe add teams already licensed by EA, like the Italys and like the Irelands and like the Scotlands. Okay, you can add them to Hungary. Okay. What else? There's some sort of tournament mode that you can kind of do online, which is, again, a standalone thing that's always been in World Cup game mode, so that's not a new thing. It's just kind of what you get given. So what else? Knows. Honestly, I mean, oh wait, I just realized something, right? I realized one thing. There's 2 fucking stadiums. It's the World Cup. There's 2 stadiums. Is that going to be changed? I mean, you've only had 4 fucking years, or at least 2 years. I don't know. How long have you got? How long have they had the chance to work on this? How long? Because it feels like it's been it feels like it's been 2 months. It feels like they've had no time to work on this, even though they've known that this has been upcoming for 4 years. I'm not saying the entire 4 years should be all on this, but you would think maybe getting the stadiums would be good. The World Cup game mode would be nice that we've had. You know, it's similar to FIFA, to Korea mode. Back in FIFA 07, almost 2 decades ago. This is in the day of the PS2 and original Xbox, right? Maybe Xbox 360 in FIFA 07, actually. I think I may be correct there, actually. Even still, PS2 era, we had staff and tickets and facilities and even like little note kind of things, and you can talk to your board and they can talk back to you, you can speak back to them. Cute little things like that. That was a thing back in Korea, but now it's all gone. Same thing here. You had this standalone game where you can play story qualifying, captain your country, all this really cool shit. And what we've now got is none of that. 0 of that. And instead, we've got typos. This is the video here of the World Cup video from 3 days ago. I didn't actually get to this because I was driving across the entirety of Europe in the last few days. So I've been offline for the last 3 days. I didn't even see this, right? And this is let's have a little look through here. Sheldon, mate, I really don't want to do this to you, but I'm not trusting a guy called Sheldon. I'm sorry, I'm not trusting a guy called Sheldon. I'm not doing it to myself. I'm not doing it. Fucking Sheldon. No wonder the game's a fucking mess.
All the ways you can experience football's greatest tournament free to all players in FIFA 23. Cheers, Sheldon.
All the ways that you can experience a game. Yeah, like none of the ways that we used to. So we had 10 ways of potentially experiencing the World Cup. Now we have 2. Well done. You're doing a good job. Hope you get fucking paid well. Why are you called Gareth? Why is your Gareth got 2 R's? See, this is my fucking problem with these guys. They've got dumbass fucking names. Sheldon and Gareth with 2 R's. Who the f*** do you think you are? Where are you from, Bali? Sorry, I'm getting personal here.
Well, we've already been waiting 4 years for this, so let's jump straight in.
We waited 4 years for this. So how have you got f***ing worse?
How do we win the World Cup? We made sure...
How do we win the World Cup? Fuck you. Genuinely fuck.
There's a single-player tournament mode where you can play from the opening match onwards. There's also an...
Which is just standard. Imagine saying that about the Premier League. See, there's a mode that you can potentially play the Premier League from the first game onwards. Pfft, wow.
As you aim for memorable wins against other players from around the world.
So this World Cup online, cool. All new FIFA World Cup Live. This isn't a new thing. We literally had this in other games. You actually had this back in FIFA 13 and 14 and 15 when you had the kind of like live Matchday live thing as well. This isn't new.
3 is rewriting history. You can swap in an additional 15 nations that didn't qualify and take them to glory in a...
15! Do you listen to the things you fucking say? We used to have 255. Am I missing something here? We used to have 255 fucking nations to pick and rewrite history with. Now you're saying 15? As if like I'm supposed to like fucking give you a round of applause. Like, wow, well done. You gave us a country that's already in the game.
And of course there's Kickoff, where you can play a match against friends locally or against the AI.
It is Kickoff. Well done. I think that's meant to be their kind of version of like scenario mode, where like things are already happening in real life, but it's just done in a much worse way.
Immersive World Cup experience with stadium dressings, match ball, the iconic trophy, and
yes, the World Cup has the World Cup trophy and the World Cup has the match ball. The fact that they even have to highlight that and says all you need to know. I'm sorry, I sound really negative and really toxic. It's just the fact that like the World Cup, like for me growing up was like the happiest time of like it sounds really stupid, right? But I've got vivid memories of me playing the 2014 World Cup game mode, the 2010 South Africa, capturing your country, the 06 Germany as well. I remember playing these games and having such fucking sensational memories. Maybe because it was in the summer. Maybe the fact it was a summer tournament may have made more of a difference. But I've got such happy memories of playing these games. I remember like playing it with my friends or with my brothers, and I got these memories. And I just feel bad for the kids nowadays that this is what they have. This is what they have. They've got nothing. They've got no game modes they could have some creativity with. It's just the World Cup with 15 different teams and then 2 different stadiums. And that's it. That is literally it. I feel bad for these kids, man. I really do. I'm so sorry.
And 2 stadiums, including the venue for the final.
Did they just say 2 stadiums? They did, didn't they? Yeah, so I already know this. I just want you to really listen to this and understand what they just said.
And 2 stadiums, including the venue for the final. There's also...
In 2 stadiums, including the venue for the final. 2 stadiums. 2 stadiums. 2 fucking stadiums for the entire World Cup. It's like imagine like FIFA 23 in this day of age of all this technology. Imagine, and that's you've got the Premier League with 19 stadiums of all Premier teams being the exact same stadium, but you got like Man City's ground in there because they won the league. You've got the winner of the Premier League. They got the Etihad. That's in the game. But everyone else, they all play in the exact same stadium. They all play at some generic stadium. Ivy Lane, I know that's another stadium in like generic one in FIFA. It's like that. It's like the Premier League, but you have 19 of the same stadium and only one different one that is actually authentic. It feels like that. Genuinely, what the f*** have you been doing for 4 years? Again, I sound so negative, and I really don't want to be this guy. Because I've actually said also good things about FIFA 23 this year. For the gameplay, even though some people may not like it, I feel like it adds an element of skill gap. I've been applauding them for this. But this right here is f***ing disgraceful. Because it is pure laziness. It's pure laziness.
Previous years when the World Cup was a standalone mode in Ultimate Team during the summer, the FIFA 23 World Cup experience will be intertwined with the Ultimate Team squad you're already building.
No one wanted that. No. Why not? Why couldn't you do both? Why couldn't you do both? Why couldn't you have the standalone thing where people can have their own World Cup experience and also have some little like promos, road to the final, stuff like that, man of the match, team of the knockouts, whatever, team of the group stage. Why couldn't you do both? Why am I making it sound like it couldn't be both things at the same time? Like it has to be one thing. Why are you making it seem like... I just don't get it. Like you could have done all of this. This is all the objectives. That's great. I just don't get why it can't be both at the same time.
Everyone will have ways to show off your fandom with nation kits and customization for your ultimate...
I don't care about customization. The heroes and the icons and that, fine. That's fine. You can have these also promo cards. Fine. I just do not get why it cannot be both. I don't get it. You're giving us less things. Like we had this in other years, 2018. You had your own promos there as well. It's not really anything different. Maybe a specific World Cup hero and that, I guess, boosted or hit. That's different, I guess. Okay, thanks.
We're excited for everyone to play in the World Cup free in FIFA 23.
Yeah, I can't wait to play in these 2 fucking stadiums. I'm sorry. I do apologise. I'm just really let down. It just... Again, where did I look back on all of this, right? All of this. This, or 2010 World Cup South Africa, or 2006 Germany. Just look back on this. This especially, because it had this and also the World Cup game mode, and also promos of the World Cup on actual normal FT as well. It had everything. we've now no longer got this, and we've now no longer got the World Cup game mode. It's just now FUT, with World Cup customized with 15 different nations. We've now gone from having, again, all those different nations, 255, and now having 15 new. And we've now gone from having all the stadiums, now having only 2. But at least we've got typos. I hope you enjoy your day, boys. See ya.